We welcome you back to Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. We're in the fourth quarter, and it's the Titans who have possession. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Parks. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get rid. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Tannehill. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Tannehill throwing again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete there to Thomas. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Tannehill, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They snap it to Tannehill. This is caught. It's Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. On second and goal, Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long.
Today, Foxborough.
Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes this to Russell Gage. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mahomes now on 1st down.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Cornell Powell. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Flush to his, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Sheds him off at the 45, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Jones. They'll roll him out right.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
52 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. Parks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder
reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Duggar just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Now we will pause for the injury. That's the wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. Hill a little slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Patriots take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield. As the Pats at the line, ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half. And the right to...
One more half
to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
114 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking
touchdown. That's caught. Hunter Henry from 19 yards away. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it is 28-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 31, Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Parks. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. looking to throw again on second down. Jones looking middle, and that's complete. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, it's Parks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Pats are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look that. He goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parks. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Parks. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lambeau on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. about now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again?
Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for KC. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Joejuan Williams. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Patriots have done it again. They're AFC champs once more as we say goodnight.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 59. Gardner Minshew and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Flushed out right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think...
Touchdown, Patriots! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Patriots are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And here again comes Gardner Minshew. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 17. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. These two teams all tied after one. Nifty move, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And a give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Parks. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. From the 41, Minshew. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw again on second down. Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parks, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun is Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New England's offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A first carry here for J.J. Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Again, it's Taylor.
Oh, nice move. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones.
And that one complete to Keene, the tight end.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
J.J. Taylor
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Patriots will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 1.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
J.J. Taylor,
his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Patriots are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes Gardner Minshew.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
6 yards left on second down.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Minshew's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now Minshew. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one, an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. J.J. Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out comes Minnesota. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Minshew, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's going to get this one down to Cook. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a...
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Patriots. The Eagles are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Bills now on the clock. The Patriots on the clock right now. Let's see who they have their eye on. Wait a minute here. Yep, they just traded the pick away. The Patriots are now on the clock. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. Okay, it's the Patriots on the clock now. We've got some action here, folks. They've traded this pick. We'll have the details in a moment. All right, next up, the Patriots are on the clock. Okay, here we go now. It appears we've got a trade. On the clock now, it's the Patriots. Well, hold on a second now. It appears a different team is filling out a card right now. And that can mean only one thing, people. They just traded the pick.
Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Jones now on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. On On second down now. It's Parks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Quick slant caught by Chase. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights off the defender. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jamar Chase there to make the grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Partner, are they going to cover him? That's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at him. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Into the secondary past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Mayfield. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield under pressure. They got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mayfield. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. It got his man complete. Well, crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, when every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On first down. It's Parks. Pushes him aside at the 45. And another juke. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They'll run on first down. Parks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jamar Chase. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. backfield now. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Meanwhile, Jones throw taken in here by Chase. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Jones. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see? Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They go play action here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Short yardage, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. There's a nice move, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Back now in Foxborough. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, it's Parks. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Boy, 175 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 2nd and very short, Jones. Open man is Chase, complete.
Yeah, he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Parks. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give running right is Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now Jones and the Patriots down 28-21. Just over a minute, 40 to play. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. That's complete to Chase. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Jones. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. To throw is Jones. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it.